Welcome to North Georgia News Now. I'm Nevaeh Jordan. Coming up today in local news, Dalton Public Schools Board of Education has named its new superintendent. Several Whitfield County seniors have signed contracts with the local fire department. A Dalton man has been sentenced to 15 years for assault against a deputy. And a Fort Oglethorpe man has been freed after spending several days trapped in a drain pipe. In state news, missing paperwork has cost thousands of Georgians their Medicaid. And mail delays are causing frustration and confusion for many Georgians and others across the country. Later, meet the Humane Society of Northwest Georgia's Pet of the Week. And Shane Franks will share WDNN's community calendar. But first, here is your local weather.
Today's local weather is brought to you by Built Well Bank.
Welcome back to your local news. Dalton Public Schools Board of Education has announced its sole finalist for the position of superintendent, Dr. Stephen Kraft. Dr. Kraft has spent over 25 years of experience in the field of education. He holds a Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Leadership from the University of Southern Mississippi, Education Specialist from Piedmont College, and a Master's degree in Educational Leadership and Curriculum and Instruction. He also has a Bachelor of Science in Social Science Education from the University of Georgia, where he says his love for teaching and coaching began. During his time as an educator, Dr. Kraft has served in various capacities, including teacher and district administrator. Per a press release from Dalton Public Schools, Dr. Kraft's commitment to success, passion for education leadership, and proven track record of exceptional service make him an outstanding candidate to lead Dalton Public Schools into the future. Dr. Kraft was a social studies teacher for 9 years and spent 4 years as an assistant principal and athletic director. He also served as the district athletic director for 11 years. Most recently, he has held the title of Chief of Student Services and Activities for the Dalton Public School System. Dalton Public Schools Board of Education chairperson, Matt Evans, said he is confident in Dr. Kraft's ability to lead the district forward. Today, we are excited to unanimously name Dr. Stephen Kraft as the sole finalist to be the next superintendent of Dalton Public Schools, Evans said. After spending considerable time with him through this process, as well as observing him for the past year, the board believes that Dr. Kraft's positivity, strong relational skills, collaborative and team-based approach to leadership, and commitment to improve student achievement while preparing students for their best future make him an exceptional finalist to be the next superintendent. Per Georgia's law, the Dalton Public School Board of Education will wait the 14-day period before formally appointing Dr. Kraft. Those who wish to have more information about the transition and selection process, as well as to learn more about Dr. Kraft, may visit the Dalton Public Schools website. Several area high school seniors have signed contracts with the Whitfield County Fire Department. 6 students, Riley Saylor, Yoslyn Paez, Noah Campbell, Cody Hammontree, Levi Lowry, and Ethan Hooker have spent months training as part of the Northwest Georgia College and Career Academy's First Responders Pathway program. The seniors began their training through the Career Academy program in January and are the second group to pass since the program first began in 2023. During the program, students participate in hands-on firefighting courses which include physical training, field exercises, and classroom lectures. Students come to the Career Academy every day from 12:30 p.m. until 3:15, explains Sam Hammontree, Chief of Training for the Whitfield County Fire Department. They actually go through an hour of physical training, the same thing we do with our recruit class, and then they come in and they get the lecture, he said. The students' hard work pays off at the end of their training when they receive Firefighter 1 and Firefighter 2 certificates. These certification levels include hazardous material awareness and hazardous material operations. According to Hammontree, this gives the students state certifications and allows them to be hireable within any fire department in the state of Georgia. Southeast Whitfield High School senior Noah Campbell has always known he wanted to be a firefighter. I came from a family of firefighters, he said. My grandpa and dad were both volunteer firefighters at the Lebanon Fire Department in Virginia. I just wanted to follow in their footsteps, So this was kind of set out to be. The Career Academy program has allowed Campbell the pathway to achieve his dreams. Another student, Cody Hammontree, happens to be Sam Hammontree's son. He said it has meant a lot to work alongside his father. Jocelyn Paez of Northwest Whitfield High School is the only female student in the program, which she cites as being really big. Paez credits the program for her inspiration to become a firefighter and said she hadn't thought previously of the career path. Before this pathway program, I would have never chosen to be a firefighter, she stated. I actually don't know where I would have been, so this has really opened up a lot of doors for me, and I'm very thankful for that. The students were honored with the signing ceremony on Monday, April the 15th. A Dalton man has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for aggravated assault against a deputy. Jose Rodriguez Arqueta, age 41, was sentenced on Tuesday by Senior Judge Jack Partain. Rodriguez's sentencing is in relation to an incident that occurred on December 10, 2023, when Whitfield County Sheriff's deputies responded to a domestic violence call. A bolo was put out for Rodriguez's vehicle, which was later found after a short pursuit. Once pulled over, Rodriguez attempted to flee police officers. According to evidence, Rodriguez then proceeded to pull out a weapon and fire shots at one of the responding officers. The officer was able to avoid the shots and tased Rodriguez. District Attorney Ben Kennemer represented the state in the case, and he praised the quick thinking of Officer Spence during the incident, stating, "Thankfully, due to the actions of Deputy Spence that night, both he and the defendant were unharmed." Deputy Spence's professional response ensured that both he and the defendant survived this very scary encounter. Judge Partain accepted the recommended sentence of 15 years. Fire and rescue crews of Catoosa and Walker County spent more than 9 hours attempting to free a man trapped inside a drain pipe. Thomas Lower, who turns 23 years old next week, was identified to authorities by his mother. She told authorities that for some unknown reason, Lower had attempted to crawl into the storm drain on the opposite side of the road and got stuck more than halfway through. Lower had been trapped inside the drain since Monday. Catoosa County 911 received a call from the motorist who had been traveling on Battlefield Parkway and heard a man calling for help. Upon arrival, Catoosa County firefighters determined the man was trapped inside a 24-inch drain pipe underneath Georgia's Highway 2 and called for additional assistance from the fire companies, including the department's Special Operations Team and Walker County Fire Rescue. It was determined that the drain was over 50% clogged with the buildup of rock, dirt, and debris. Firefighters had to use hand tools to dig through the debris, along with assistance from the local government's Public Works Department vacuum truck. Lower was conscious and communicated with crews during the entire extrication process. Once freed, he was taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation and treatment. Catoosa County Fire Chief Daniel Walston expressed his gratitude to the various teams for their assistance in the successful rescue. Thanks to our firefighters putting their confined space rescue training to work and the assistance from several partnering agencies, this lengthy and technical rescue has a successful outcome, Walston said. I am proud of how everyone involved worked together to save this young man's life. When we return, I'll share some state news. Stay with us. Welcome back. Next up, the number of Georgians removed from Medicaid has surged well past 500,000, reflecting the ongoing efforts in Georgia and other states to discontinue benefits for those who no longer meet eligibility criteria. This number is poised to climb further as reevaluating recipients continues for at least several months. As of February, the latest figure shows that 504,000 Georgians were excluded due to missing documentation, confirming concerns raised by experts that a significant number of eligible Americans could inadvertently lose Medicaid coverage due to bureaucratic hurdles. During the pandemic, Medicaid beneficiaries were not required to update their paperwork to demonstrate continued eligibility. Consequently, the rolls expanded to over 2.8 million Georgians, constituting a quarter of the state's population. Last year, the federal government mandated all states to rectify every Medicaid recipient and remove those who no longer qualify or fail to complete necessary paperwork. States were given over a year for this task, with the deadline now looming. Effective January 1st, Washington directed states to halt disenrollment of most children who had been on Medicaid for less than a year. The Department of Human Services, responsible for evaluations through its Division of Family Services, acknowledges the overwhelming burden of the reevaluation process and has has intensified efforts by doubling hiring goals for caseworkers. They note challenges in reaching every Medicaid enrollee, citing frequent changes in contact information. Advocates and attorneys criticize the system as convoluted and prone to errors, with reports of lost paperwork. Despite the eventual reinstatement of some individuals to Medicaid, projections indicate a reduction in overall Medicaid enrollment. Slow mail is a complaint being repeated in Georgia and across the country as mail is not being delivered on time by the U.S. Postal Service. Many Metro Atlantans have been left feeling frustrated as the widespread delays continue. Georgian Sally Mack expressed her concerns. "It's an inconvenience," she stated. Mack mailed birthday cards to her granddaughters back in February and says one of the cards has yet to be received. Mack is just one of the many Georgians who is left looking for answers regarding lost mail. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy was grilled by U.S. senators during the committee hearing on Tuesday. The meeting addressed the nationwide postal issues. Senator Jon Ossoff expressed his own frustrations regarding the matter and urged DeJoy to address the dismal on-time delivery rates in Metro Atlanta. Ossoff emphasized the urgency of the situation, highlighting how many are suffering from delayed prescriptions, unpaid bills, and disrupted business operations. Dana Gordon, a Gwinnett County business owner, expressed her woes, stating that the delays were costing her nearly thousands of dollars. Gordon sells jewelry exclusively online, and her income depends on the USPS. Gordon said she has had about 130 packages seemingly just disappear somewhere in the postal networks. The packages were equivalent to approximately $7,500 worth of merchandise. Senator Ossoff scolded DeJoy during Tuesday's meeting. "You've got weeks, not months, to fix this," he warned. DeJoy attributed the ongoing challenges to outdated infrastructure and chronic underfunding, stressing the need for long-term modernization efforts. He acknowledged the difficulties faced, but also points out several improvements, such as the increased processing capacity at the Palmetto facility. DeJoy acknowledged the need for significant changes, but remained optimistic about eventual improvements in service reliability. Now it's time to get a look at the Humane Society of Northwest Georgia's Pet of the Week. Meet Indy, a beautiful border collie and Catahoula mix. Indy weighs 47 pounds and is 2 years old. Indy is a smart dog who knows lots of different commands, and she is very well behaved, even when it comes to her kennel. She is great with other dogs and people. She would probably do best in a home with another dog who she can play with, and a fenced-in yard. Come visit Indy during adoption hours on Fridays from 3 to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Humane Society of Northwest Georgia is located at 1210 Veterans Drive in Dalton. If you'd like to add Indy to your family, you can visit hsnwga.org to apply. When we return, Shane Franks will share WDNN's community calendar. But first, here's a look at the obituaries.
Welcome back. It's time for WDNN's Community Calendar. Here are some things that are going on around your local area. The Crossroads Car and Bike Show is coming to Ringgold on Saturday, April 27th. Located at the Colonnade on 264 Catoosa Circle, this event invites all car, truck, Jeep, and motorcycle enthusiasts to enter the show. The event will begin at 9 a.m. and will run until 3 p.m. and is free for all spectators. This event will have numerous vehicles, food vendors, raffles, prizes, auctions, and much, much more. For those wishing to register their vehicle into the show or to learn more information, email crossroadsunity@gmail.com today. The Creative Arts Guild, located at 520 West Wall Street, will host Art and Soul with a Sculpture Garden Stroll on Saturday, April 27th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event will have brunch, live music by Soul Candy, raffles, a cork pull in celebration of International Sculpture Day, and in support of our arts and education programs. Tickets are $60. For more information, call 706-278-0168 or visit www.creativeartsguild or the Guild's Facebook page to learn more. Keep Dalton Whitfield Beautiful is hosting a volunteer Earth Day cleanup event on April 20th from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. located on 1754 Mill Creek Road. This event is focused on doing a massive litter cleanup along the Mill Creek as it's covered in litter due to it being a busy road in a rural area. With your help, the road could soon look clean and beautiful once more. There will be snacks and supplies for this event, and there will even be some special prizes for those with a competitive nature. For more information, or if you want to volunteer at this event, call 706-278-5001 or visit http://www.keepdaltonwhitfieldbeautiful.org today. The Creative Arts Guild, located at 520 West Wall Street, will host a workshop titled Expressive Painting in Acrylics with Bradley Wilson on the 19th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. In this course, students will practice the methods of expressive acrylic painting while exploring a variety of subject matter and receiving instructor feedback on work. Sorry, this class is not suitable for beginners. Approaching painting as play will be emphasized while also focused on solid technique and other important skills. Students will also be given monthly challenges for painting projects to work on at home and bring in for critique. Students must provide their own materials. You must register for each workshop you would like to attend, and it is $40 per workshop. For more information, visit www.creativeartsguild.org, the Guild's Facebook page, or call 706-278-0168. If you'd like to submit information on your event for North Georgia News Now Community Calendar, send an email to info@wdnntv.com. That's it for this edition of North Georgia News Now. Be sure to visit us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Thanks for watching. Stay local. Stay blessed.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to click that subscribe button as well as bell notifications so you won't miss any new videos. Also, follow us on our social medias.
Thank you again for tuning in, and until next time, keep watching local.